see you, my man. Jason, you're up.
Hey, Paul, absolute pleasure. Loving everything about it. So being a big sports person that I am, and obviously you have a big background there, wearing my 76ers on the, yesterday being the eve of Kobe Bryant's 81, Joel Embiid comes out with 70. Obviously you've impacted many, many people. And we talked about, your hero, the tough questions you had. I guess I was curious of what's your 70-point moment if you think back of somebody that's you've really impacted that's come back to you. And again, I know you've had a ton probably, but I was kind of curious of something that really resonated to you that you were like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's a great question. I take it back to the impact of my dad, where that quote of your dad gave me a reason to think that tomorrow is worth it. And I'll never forget the feeling of hearing that and just the level of growth and maturity. Like that woke me up to like, okay, so this is the world. I'm in my 20s, but I now have a different lens and I can't unhear that in a beautiful way. I cannot unhear that. And the way that I approach it now is, well, there's many stories that to win the long game and like to be in the trenches and working with somebody in the sports industry, like I think that's easier because you have months and years to prove your character and to show who you are behind closed doors. And so I think if you're just living your standards and your character is shining, that to me feels easier. It's not easy, but it's easier. Where I have been blown away is, let's say after a speech. So let's say there's 1,000 people in the audience and then 20 wait to talk after. I love the 1,000, but I do it for the 20. And those conversations, each person reminds me of that student that my dad impacted, because they don't come up to and talk to me about sales performance and revenue growth or leadership capacity. Never. Even though I might have talked about that for 45 minutes. They talk to me about how they need to reconnect with their son or daughter, how they haven't spoken to their brother or sister and son. Like just this humanity, this beautiful sense of raw, authentic, vulnerable humanity of like stripping people down to be like, this is who we're supposed to be. But society has made us show up in a different way because of success and accolades and trophies. And that's all cool. And without those things, I'm not on this stage, but I'm not doing it. So you win more trophies. I just think that's an outcome of you showing up at your best, but you showing up at your best is retraining yourself and rededicating yourself to the first quarter of your journey. And those 20 people, I gave them a reason, or I said a few words that reconnected them to the first quarter of their journey. And that's who they're supposed to be. And so those are the stories and the moments and the memories that I'll always take with me. And that's why, like, when people in my network, that some of which are even family members and, not immediate family, thankfully, but some people don't get why I love work so much. They don't, they don't have the same view of professional stuff. And I'm just like, you think I have a job? I haven't had a job in a long time. I haven't had a job. I'm on a mission. Like, this is it. I'm not working right now. Like, this is just like, I'm going to do this till the day I die. And the measurement of significance is how many people did you leave better than you found them? That's it. And like, what a beautiful thing to get to live. Like, just, I feel lucky to be here with you. And so hopefully, tangentially, at least, I hope I answered that question.